How do? Time for Spider and Olde Scooter. This is the Homestuck edition. If you haven't heard of Homestuck, you probably are in the vast majority, particularly for our demographic. We old folks hardly have heard of Twitch, much less Homestuck. Anyway, I learned a lot about it. I may share a little of it, I may not. So let's get on and play some Spider Solitaire. Don't want to miss a day here. Yeah, Homestuck is, it's a new phenomenon to me. It's not that new. I guess it started in 2009 or something. A guy named Hussey, Stuart Hussey, I think. Not sure about that. I should check it up. Not okay, Google. Don't do it. You can find them on WikiLeaks. You can go to their website. Homestuck is a phenomenon. It has a community. At one time, it was getting 1 million hits a day. It's an amazing thing. I'm easily amazed, of course, but this strikes me as amazing. It's part of the sort of layering of our society with little layers, some above, some below, some described by demographics, some described by interest, and so forth, that exist in this strange internet-centric. Well, I've already done that, didn't I? Okay, pay attention here, Olde Scooter. That's me, Olde Scooter. This is Spider Mac, Spider McGillicuddy, the AI in this program. She's a hoot. She's got me buffaloed. But, as I've said on many instances, I'm easy to buffalo. I'm a buffalo knockover. So I got lots of 9s. One of her favorite tricks. Give you a lot of cards you can't play, and I don't mean just a few cards you can't play, I mean a lot. I'll go back and get that play I missed there. I do miss quite a few. Homestuck seems to appeal to young teens, although not exclusively. There are all kinds of people in this community of all ages. And the community itself, some people are saying it's like a cult. I don't think so. It's more like a non-religious church or something. But anyway, the people in it seem to be nice to each other. They're very involved with cosplay. You know, from cosplay, you learn so much when you have a 16-year-old granddaughter. But it's amazing. You ought to look it up. It's like worlds we don't know exist unless your granddaughter tells you about it. And darn, I just don't see the game. There's a little something that's kind of chancy, but I'll take it since nothing much is happening. Now, would I like to have that 6 or that queen? I can get either. There went a bug. I just had an interchange on my blog, seniorjunior.blogspot.com, with somebody with the great name of Axel Foley. You remember him. Talking about where have all the insects gone. New research that says there's this vast diminution of insects in certain national parks in Germany and apparently various other places around the world that are fairly, that's a restack I just did there, fairly wild and natural, and there are these people who assiduously collect in a random sampling sort of way, insects. And they see what they've got, and they weigh them, and they do all this quantification sort of thing. So let's do this and this then, wouldn't you think? Wasn't that more exciting? And there's a huge reduction in the weight of available insects in these places, with all these insect traps and everything, where they catch them and weigh them. And since 1989, in the various national parks in Germany, the biomass from insects has been reduced by 80%. It's phenomenal, and it's a trend. It isn't a one-off. It didn't just happen last year When they measured, it's going on. It's a trend. What are we going to do? It's like having 10 dogs you love and all of a sudden you've got 2. You'd notice the difference. We notice up here in the mountains that there are fewer bugs. There are a couple of species that seem to be prospering. A certain kind of beetle. Big black things that crawl around on the ground. They're funny. When you walk over them, they stick their tail up in the air like they're defending themselves with tail. Not all that threatening to me, but they seem to be doing fine. But even flies, there are fewer flies, there are fewer moths, there are fewer of all sorts of wild pollinators. Seems to be real. We don't have a way to quantify this up here, but I'm telling you, them bugs is fleeing somewhere. And I assume it's humanity's fault. Blame everything on them darn humans. Bug sprays, big ag chemical usage, all that stuff. I'm almost done here, folks. I guess Spider Mac wasn't all that interested in this topic, or she would have drug it out so I would go on and on about it. Didn't happen. She lives a cloistered life here inside this computer. AI-type life. All she's got is this game, so she doesn't care about bugs, for heaven's sakes, insects, pollinators. What's it to her? I guess I'm done. I've enjoyed it, be it ever so brief. But keep an eye out. Do what you can to save the bugs. We really depend on them. They sort of take care of us in myriad ways. Myriad ways in his all-girl band. You've heard that, I'm sure. Or not. Adios.